Hey guys, Bombata from Bespin Custom Props, FX Sabres Forum and the Rebel Armoury, formerly IRA or Imperial Royal Arms. I just thought I'd give you a shot, as I have, in an Inception MK1 or version 1, whichever you want to call it, and a Roman's Props MK1 in stock, currently to do a install on for a customer. But thought I'd just show you a comparison with the heat sinks that I'm selling and the ones that come equipped and installed on them. Now, the original Inceptions, they came with a steel heat sink, which, as you can see, it protrudes from the front of the emitter. Now, that's all well and good, but it doesn't make it look screen accurate by any stretch of the imagination. So I came up with the idea of making the Inception blade plug, which mimics the Master Replica limited edition, the LE version of the Master Replica. Now, when you put this on the standard steel one, it sticks out way too far. So if you wonder, any of you people that have purchased this blade plug and it's not sitting how I displayed it on my forum posts for it, or on my Facebook page, sorry, the reason being is because you also need one of these. Now, this is aluminium and not steel, so this gets rid of the heat better from the high powered LEDs. You can push your LEDs to full power basically when you use one of these aluminium ones, as opposed to the steel ones. Now, if you run your LEDs at full power using a steel heatsink, you're likely to burn your LEDs out, because steel can't drag the heat away from your LED. Now, there's a lot of people purchasing these, and there's a lot of sabersmiths building the Inception and the MK1s, and they're using the standard steel heat sinks. They shouldn't be doing it. They should be either making aluminium or copper heat sinks as replacements for them, and they're not. And they're just building them and they're chucking them out there. And this is down to a lot of new sabersmiths that have popped up on the scene over the last year or so, since the Force Awakens came out, and they shouldn't be doing it. Anyone that knows about the LEDs knows that they need to be on aluminium or copper. You go to the Cree website and you check out the heat sinks that they sell for people that build torches for themselves. There's no steel heat sinks on there. When you buy a torch, they don't mount them on a steel heat sink. They mount them on aluminium or copper, because it pulls the heat away and it dissipates it. Steel doesn't. Steel just gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and then your LEDs die. So I'll show you the difference of what it looks like now. So that's what it looks like when it's not fitted, and I'll show you what it looks like when you remove it. I'm told that Roman now makes these in aluminium, but this MK1 has just come to me from Roman and it's still got a steel heatsink in it, not an aluminium one. If you do get the Inception or an MK1 and it has got an aluminium heatsink in, it will still need to be cut down to use one of my blade plugs. As you can see, the difference in the height of the two of them. So I put that to one side and I'll mount the aluminium heatsink. So immediately you can see the difference. It's not protruding from the front, and put the blade plug in and it sits how it should sit. So it now looks like a Master Replica LE when it's on your shelf, and it's the same with the MK1. Put the blade plug-in, which I modelled on the Master Replica LE. If I bother to remove the grub screw, that is, or to wind it back so that it can slide in. Right, so that has got the steel heatsink in there still. And that's how it protrudes. It shouldn't protrude like that. I modelled these blade plugs again on the Master Replica LE version of it. And basically it shouldn't protrude like that. So I'll do the same with this one. I'll remove the steel heatsink. So there's the steel one, and you see the difference in the thread sizes. This is why I had to make two different versions of these, because the thread is cut completely, like cut higher up on the MK1s, and this threaded section is also longer on the Inceptions. So, and there's the comparison for two. Again, I had to make the heatsink smaller. So as you can see, it doesn't come right up to the edge like the other one. And now when you put the MK1 heatsink in, it sits flush, which is how I designed it. Whereas actually it sits with a slight edge. I couldn't make it exactly the same as the LE one because of the height of the heatsink surrounding side that holds the lens. But it's as close as I could get to making it like the LE version. And what I also did today is because this is a weathered hilt, I made a weathered heatsink to match it, and this one's a shine through as well. So when this one lights up, it will have a small section in the centre which will be shine through. So anyway guys, I hope that's cleared up anyone wondering about the heatsinks, why blade plugs aren't fitting if you've ordered blade plugs and you haven't ordered the heatsinks. That is the reason why they're not fitting. Okay, so thanks for watching.